Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Wednesday the 23rd of November 2016. So today we see the start of the Thanksgiving holidays. Some of the more exotics like orange juice, live cattle, all of those sorts of exchanges will close early today, but the financials will trade the full session, although they will be on thin volume. We've already had light volume as it is, but today it will be a lot lighter. And again, that's likely to produce a sideways move, as we saw yesterday. I sent a note out, the market was just going absolutely nowhere. If I just do this so you can see that between the blue and the red lines is a 50-point move. You can see that we just managed about that yesterday from the high, and then eventually the market, after the close, you'll see has continued to move higher and make a new all-time high. And it's easy for the market to go on making these new all-time highs. In the past, all-time highs were made during the day session. Now they're made during the overnight and Asian markets, and that's very easy to do because most people are in bed and the computer programs can just push the market higher like it is doing at the moment. So yesterday there was only the one trade, and as I said, I wouldn't be trading. And hopefully you heeded this advice, because we had the one trade that was a loser. And it's only at the moment we've just got to sit on our hands as we wait for the markets to pick up in volatility as soon as we get through the Thanksgiving holiday, and also this evening's FOMC. More on that in just a moment. So in the daily chart you can see prices making a new all-time high. Once again, I'll just draw this in so you can actually see it. It's on the high of today's bar, 19.045. We're nearly at the 19.050. Let me just do that again. There you go. So you can see that's the all-time high at the moment. The volume obviously has fallen off sharply from Trump's election, and now it's become more sideways. And again, this will drop off over the next couple of days because of the Thanksgiving holidays. The markets close early on Friday as well, and only a half-day session there. So this will be the last market alert until Tuesday, actually, because the markets will then open on Monday, unless of course something happens in between. But we'll take advantage of the market being closed and wait and see what happens during Monday session. I'll probably give an update before then anyway, just to see what's happened, bring you all up to speed on what's likely to happen during Monday's session. News-wise, well, we've got quite a bit today actually. Let's just go to 1:30. There's a whole stack of news out before the market opens, and then of course today we've got the crude oil at 3:30, and 7 p.m. we've got the FOMC meeting minutes. Likely that nothing will happen following this, because the big one is December. It's the live FOMC meeting where Yellen will make a decision on whether to increase interest rates or not, and I've already spoken about that, so I'm not going to go through all of that again. But suffice to say that the opinion is 100% at the moment that she will have to increase interest rates, and that's because of the bond yields, which I've spoken of before. And I'll just bring this up for you so you can see that things haven't changed over the last few days. The yields are still around 3%, closing at 3.009 yesterday on the 30-year bond. For those of you that are new, all this means is that the bonds are moving, or the yield on the bonds are moving higher, and this is going to force Yellen to increase interest rates. And then the party starts when we have that increase. As we did last year, we saw a 2,000-point drop in the Dow, and that's why it's worth sitting on your hands, because you can take advantage of these bigger moves when they come along with less risk, and that's what makes a good trader. So implied volatility 10.47. I thought this would have dropped lower actually yesterday, but only reading 10.47 at the moment. I thought it would have been closer to 10, but obviously they seemed that they wanted to hold it yesterday. If you look at the chart, you can see this is slightly sideways, with the blue historic line also moving to the downside now. And again, this setting up perfectly for a big correction coming in this market, with the potential of lots of profits as we had this time last year. If you go back and look at the videos, I was saying the same thing this time last year, and then you'll go all the way to February the 9th when Yellen made a call to Draghi and Carney, and the market stopped and then moved to the upside thereafter. So we've got some very interesting trading coming as where we go forward, but we just have to put up with this sort of sideways nonsense until then. So that's it for today. I will see what happens and then report in. I would expect the market to be sideways today. There's going to be nothing really from the FOMC unless she makes a surprise announcement, but other than that, like I say, it's just best to stand aside and wait unless there is a certain amount of volatility. But that will be determined, of course, within the first 15 minutes. You'll be able to see that, as we saw yesterday, and I'll just remind you of that so you know what it is you're looking for. You can see there it was just sideways, and that immediately says that there's no direction from the market. Eventually it did drift down a bit, but then was able to drift up. But there's not enough momentum. You can see the size and the range of the bars are just tiny, 3, 4, 5 points. You want a bit more than that to justify risking any money there. Right, that's it. As ever, thanks for your support and also for watching. I shall see you in the next one.